Good evening. Next up, Lupe Chavez.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. My name is Lupe Chavez, for the record. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind citizens of Pharr to vote on November 3rd at the Jose Pepe Salinas Civic Center on Kelly. I'd also like to remind citizens that you can participate in early voting up until October 3rd, up until 7 p.m. You can go online to the Hidalgo County Elections Department to read the ballots, but I'd like to invite the public to help build a veterans hospital in South Texas by voting for Proposition 8. I also encourage veterans in the city of Pharr to register with Veterans Affairs for services, even if you're healthy. There is strength in numbers, and I'm told by the veterans groups in the valley that you need to register, so the VA will see a need here despite our many protests and rallies for a veterans hospital and services. Also at this time, I'd like to set the record straight regarding comments about our professional emergency personnel, the Pharr Police and Fire Departments. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to let you all know that on 2 occasions, the Pharr Fire Department has saved my childhood home from burning to the ground. The fire chief helped provide temporary housing for my mother and stepfather at a local hotel. And on a second occasion, the fire department helped replace windows and pay for a family pet to receive treatment at a local animals hospital. Most importantly, the Pharr PD, when I was near my 20th birthday, saved my life. Moreover, they saved the life of my friend Carlos. Too many families in the Pharr San Juan Alamo communities have buried sons and daughters. Some 10 years ago, I think, this community gathered at St. Margaret's to bury one of my old Kiwanis baseball teammates, Sonny. Not a day goes by that I don't think of his family, because we too have buried a son, my brother Adrian. My best friend Joey lost his cousin. We buried our friend Eddie. The class of 1995 lost our friend Ramiro when he was chased down on his bike. And only 2 years ago, this community buried Leroy, one of my former students. Mayor, Commissioners, Chief Viescas, Chief Medina, and all of our uniformed officers, there is not a day that goes by that I don't count my blessings that Carlos and I were not part of this list of young men and women. So I thank you. I'd also like to remind this commission about Time Warner's cable franchise signed in 2003, the agreement which provides the city Channel 12. In Section C, it prohibits the city from commercial programming. The city can't receive payment directly or indirectly for promoting any service, product, or political candidate. I asked the owners of Quality's Restaurant at Cito's and Pharr to ask our media director and city to remove your free advertising on Channel 12 at risk of the city losing its ability to broadcast over Time Warner Cable. I also hope that none of these businesses have contributed to any political campaign for re-election or election, as perhaps this can be seen as indirect payment. I would also like to let the citizens of Pharr that Time Warner is reviewing the situation. Maybe Ambiotech can add this to their list of improving the city of Pharr. And most importantly, I hope that Ambiotech, when they provide you your information, that they ask for the single member voting districts for the city of Pharr. That would be wonderful for our community. Lastly, I'd like to ask this city to join South Pharr in honoring some of its residents and forgotten heroes by having their names placed on PSJ schools in Pharr. One of our residents, Carmen Anaya, helped lay all the infrastructure underground that we can't see with Valley Interfaith by organizing voters to petition our local, state, and federal officials for funds to build water and sewer lines. And I know our outgoing judge, J.D. Salinas, is here, and his predecessors, J. Edgar Ruiz, and before that, also were instrumental in helping our community of South Pharr become what it is today. I remember being a young boy, 10 or 11, maybe even 12, going to meetings at the old City Hall to get parts of South Pharr annexed. I'd also like the city to support getting a school named after DE agent William Ramos. He was shot December 31st, 1986, during an undercover operation at the old junior supermarket on Dicker and 281. Officials from Ruben Hinojosa's office, the DEA, and the Texas Education Agency have all called offering their help to get schools named after South Pharr residents. I asked the city official to do the same because many South Pharr residents would probably not know who Dr. Godinez is. Since the mayor of Hidalgo is here, also maybe you guys can help us. Not only does he collect delinquent taxes for most municipalities and school districts around the valley, but the city of Hidalgo collects taxes in forms of tickets on Dicker Road in massive numbers. We're talking about like 4 or 5 cars that go through there every day. You know, the city of South Pharr has contributed many in education, athletics, arts, and music. So I'd like the city to help us in recognizing those people by having their names placed on many of these schools that are going up in South Pharr. Thank you for your time. You guys have a wonderful evening, and I hope the Raiders beat the Cardinals. Good luck, gentlemen. Bye-bye.